So while the title of this video is "Why Does China Hate Bitcoin?" or something like that, I haven't titled it yet, but I was figuring to do something like that. That's not entirely accurate, and let me explain why. Chinese people do not hate Bitcoin. Chinese people are very much interested in the asset. They are very much interested in cryptocurrency. It is the Chinese government that hates Bitcoin, and the answer why is fairly simple. The Chinese government is very authoritarian. I mean, all governments are. All governments suck. But China especially, very authoritarian government. Bitcoin allows for people to anonymously basically have access to it allows people to transfer money, to store money, not store money per se, to transfer money, to store value, to store wealth. That's the big thing, storing wealth. And China is run by, in economic terms, they're not necessarily communist like they once were, but they're not capitalist. No country really in this day and age is truly free market capitalist, but, some are close. Like the United States, for instance, we don't have free markets, we have corporatism, but there are some aspects, kernels of capitalism in there. China doesn't really have as much, and the government hates Bitcoin, and because it will allow the people of China to avoid taxes, to avoid searches and seizures of their wealth. It will allow them to avoid confiscation of their wealth. And that is why China's government is, according to some reports, I've heard conflicting things, they're not too fond of Bitcoin. But I think this news story has a silver lining, and it brings me back to what got me interested in Bitcoin in the first place. When I first got interested in Bitcoin, it wasn't because I wanted to make money on it. Of course I did, but that wasn't the main reason. It was because I wanted to stick it to the Federal Reserve and have something that was free market based, something that is voluntary, where there's no central authority coming in and telling me, hey, this is worth this much money and you have to pay this with that, and this, we're going to inflate this and print trillions of dollars in this just because we want to stimulate economic growth. I got interested in Bitcoin because it is a libertarian asset. It is something that sticks it to the authority and power, and that's truly, what Bitcoin is. Yes, it's an asset too, in the sense that it can make money, but that is the reason I got involved with Bitcoin, and that's the silver lining of this story. Have a great day.